Life is unpredictable. One moment, everything may seem calm and under your control. The next, challenges can arrive like a storm you never saw coming. Strength is not about avoiding these storms, it is about learning how to stand firm when they do come. True strength is not measured by how easy your life may be, but by how resilient you are in the face of difficulty. Many people can confuse strength with toughness or aggression, but real strength is often quieter. It is the calm in the middle of chaos, the focus when distractions try to pull you away, and the determination to keep moving forward when every part of you wants to give up. It is the power to face your challenges without losing yourself, without letting fear or anger dictate your choices. Staying strong begins with your mindset. Your mind is the battlefield where strength is either won or lost. When life challenges you, your first response will determine everything. You can allow doubt, fear, and negativity to consume you, or you can remind yourself that you are stronger than any situation. This is not just an empty motivation, it is a conscious choice. Every day, in every moment, you have the opportunity to choose strength. Another cornerstone of strength is discipline. Life will never wait for you to feel ready. Strength is built in the small, consistent actions you take, not on grand gestures that appear only when it is convenient. The person who remains strong is the one who keeps showing up, even when it is difficult, and even when their progress feels invisible. They train their mind and their body to endure, to adapt, and to rise again, every single time. Challenges are not your enemies, they are your teachers. Every difficulty you face carries with it lessons that no comfort zone could ever provide. Pain, setbacks, criticism, and failure are not punishments, they are tools that can shape your resilience. Those who understand this do not shrink from adversity, they learn from it. They allow their hardships to refine them instead of define them. Being strong also requires a great deal of emotional control. Strength is not about suppressing your emotions, it is about mastering them. Anger, frustration, sadness, and fear are all natural, but allowing them to control your actions will ultimately break your strength. To stay unshakable, you must learn to acknowledge your emotions, to feel them fully, and then to decide deliberately how you will act. Strength is the ability to respond, rather than to simply react. Focus is another pillar of unshakable strength. When challenges arise, it can be easy to get distracted by what is outside of your control. The strongest people will concentrate on what they can influence, their thoughts, their actions, and their persistence. By directing their energy towards solutions rather than problems, they are able to maintain their power and clarity, even in the hardest of situations. Resilience is not born in comfort, it is forged in the midst of struggle. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to prove to yourself how strong you truly are. When you cultivate resilience, setbacks will not stop you, they will push you to rise higher. Strength grows silently and persistently in the repeated decision to keep moving forward, no matter what. Lastly, staying strong is about having a vision. When life pressures you, it can be easy to focus on the temporary pain. But those who endure do so because they can see beyond the immediate struggle. They have a purpose, a goal, a reason that anchors them. This vision is what fuels them when fatigue sets in, when doubt creeps in, and when fear whispers its lies. Without a vision, strength can waver. With a vision, it can become unshakable. Strength is not an absence of hardship. It is the ability to remain centered, focused, and persistent while the world may be shaking around you. It is the quiet power to stand tall, to make deliberate choices, and to keep moving forward no matter the circumstances. One of the most overlooked aspects of staying strong is self-belief. Strength cannot exist without a fundamental confidence in your own ability to endure and to overcome. When life challenges you, there will always be voices, some external, some internal, telling you that you are not capable, that you will fail, or that the struggle is too great. Strength is the refusal to let those voices define you. It is about trusting yourself, even when your circumstances may scream doubt, and proving through your actions that you are more resilient than any situation. Another key factor is preparation. Strength is not something that appears spontaneously. It is cultivated over time, through experience, knowledge, and consistent effort. The person who seems unshakable has likely trained their mind and body long before any adversity arrives. They have learned discipline, they have built endurance, and they have mastered their emotions, so that when life does test them, they can respond with clarity and power, rather than with panic or despair. Patience is an essential element of unshakable strength. Immediate results are rare in life. True resilience requires time. Life will test you repeatedly, often in ways that may feel unfair or exhausting. The strong understand that growth is a process, and they are willing to endure the journey, even when the destination feels distant. Every step, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Support from others is also important, but true strength is never entirely dependent on it. It is wise to surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, but you must not rely on others to validate your own resilience. True strength emerges when you can face the storm independently, anchored by your own resolve and your own values. The strong are not immune to difficulty, but they are anchored by their self-trust, their purpose, and their inner discipline. Adversity can teach us clarity. When challenges arise, it can be easy to become distracted by the noise of anger, frustration, regret, or anxiety. Those who remain strong are able to filter out that noise and to focus on what matters most: solutions, forward motion, and preserving their integrity. Strength is the ability to act decisively, even when every instinct may be pushing you toward hesitation or retreat. Flexibility is another hidden pillar of strength. Life rarely unfolds exactly as we have planned, and rigid thinking can break even the most disciplined person. The unshakable are able to adapt, to adjust, and to pivot, while still maintaining their core values and their purpose. Flexibility does not mean weakness, it means intelligence, foresight, and the ability to survive without losing your identity or your vision. Mental toughness is cultivated through repeated challenges. Each time you face a problem, endure a setback, or withstand pressure without giving in to despair, your mind will grow stronger. Mental toughness is not born from a place of comfort. It is forged in the fires of adversity. Every challenge you survive silently, every obstacle you overcome without complaint, is another brick in the foundation of your resilience. Physical and emotional care also play a significant role. Strength cannot thrive if your body and your mind are neglected. Proper rest, nutrition, exercise, and emotional reflection are all necessary to maintain the vessel in which your resilience operates. The unshakable understand that they cannot pour from an empty cup. They prioritize their self-care as a necessary investment in their capacity to endure. Finally, gratitude is often underestimated in its power to maintain our strength. Even in the darkest of moments, focusing on what you have overcome, and the lessons you have learned can give you a powerful perspective. Gratitude can ground you, it can prevent despair from consuming you, and it can fuel the mindset that is necessary to keep moving forward, even when life feels relentless. True strength is not flashy. It does not require recognition. It is quiet, persistent, and intentional. It is built in our daily choices, in our repeated actions, and in our refusal to surrender to our circumstances. Strength is choosing to stand when others might fall, to persist when others might give up, and to rise again every single time life tries to push you down. Strength also comes from embracing a sense of responsibility. Those who stay strong in any situation will refuse to blame their circumstances or other people for their struggles. They take ownership of their own actions, their decisions, and their responses. Responsibility is empowering because it places control firmly back in your own hands. No matter what may happen, you are the captain of your ship, and your choices will determine whether you drift or whether you steer forward with determination. Consistency is another cornerstone. Life will challenge you repeatedly, and your strength will be built in your persistence, not in a single heroic moment. The person who keeps moving forward, day after day, despite their fatigue, their doubt, or their fear, is the one who will become truly unshakable. Every small, deliberate action will compound over time, creating a momentum that even the hardest of situations cannot stop. Adaptability can strengthen your resilience. Life rarely goes exactly as we have planned, and the ability to adjust while still maintaining your focus is essential. Flexibility does not mean giving up on your values or your goals. It means finding new paths when obstacles may arise. Those who remain rigid can often break under pressure, while adaptable individuals are able to bend, to learn, and to rise stronger than before. Strength is also about having emotional intelligence. Understanding and regulating your own emotions will allow you to act decisively, rather than to react impulsively. In high-pressure situations, those who are able to stay strong can manage their fear, their anger, and their frustration, without allowing those feelings to dominate their decisions. Emotional mastery is a form of quiet, internal power that can sustain your resilience over time. Courage plays a vital role. Being strong does not mean an absence of fear, it means moving forward in spite of it. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to practice your courage. Each time you act despite your fear, your confidence will grow, reinforcing your ability to handle any future adversity with a sense of poise. A strong mindset involves a focus on what you can control. Worrying about uncontrollable circumstances can drain your energy and weaken your resolve. By concentrating on your actions, your reactions, and your mindset, you can preserve your energy for what truly matters. This focus can enable strategic thinking, clear decision-making, and consistent progress, even under pressure. Self-reflection is another powerful tool of strength. Those who take the time to pause and assess their experiences, to learn from their mistakes, and to adjust their approach, will grow exponentially. Reflection can provide you with insight, it can help to prevent you from repeating your errors, and it can nurture your mental clarity. Strength is not only about action, it is about learning from each challenge so that you can act even smarter in the next. Finally, maintaining a sense of hope and optimism can fuel your resilience. A positive outlook does not mean you ignore reality, but it does allow you to highlight the opportunities that can be found within your challenges. Those who believe that every situation contains lessons or hidden advantages will be able to endure hardship with less strain. Optimism is a kind of mental shield that can strengthen your endurance, keeping your spirit unbroken even in the midst of adversity. Strength is built quietly, persistently, and intentionally. It does not require recognition or validation. It grows in patience, in discipline, in responsibility, in adaptability, in emotional control, in courage, in focus, in reflection, and in optimism. These are the pillars that can enable a person to stay strong, no matter what life may throw their way. Strength is also nurtured through perseverance in the face of failure. Every setback you encounter is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. When others may quit, the person who stays strong will find a lesson, will adapt, and will push forward. Failure is not the opposite of strength, it is a stepping stone toward it. Each time you rise after being knocked down, your inner foundation will grow sturdier, more capable of withstanding any future storms. Gratitude can amplify your resilience. It may seem counterintuitive to focus on what is good when life feels harsh, but gratitude can shift your entire perspective. By acknowledging your small wins, the lessons you have learned, and your personal growth, you can build a mental reservoir of positivity. This reservoir can strengthen you, allowing you to face your difficulties with a calmer and more confident mindset. Discipline in your thoughts and your actions is essential. Your strength is often defined by what you are able to resist, as much as by what you choose to pursue. It is the choice to maintain your focus, to avoid unnecessary conflicts, and to act consistently toward your goals, even when distractions or temptations may arise. The strongest individuals are not those who never face any challenges, but those who are able to face them without ever losing sight of their purpose. A connection with your purpose can fuel your strength. A person without a clear sense of why can easily be shaken by life's trials. When your actions are aligned with your core values and your long-term vision, external pressures will lose much of their power over you. Your purpose can act as an anchor, keeping you grounded and giving you the courage to persist, despite any setbacks. Self-awareness is another critical component. Understanding your own strengths, your weaknesses, your triggers, and your patterns will allow you to respond more effectively under pressure. Awareness can equip you with the tools to manage your challenges strategically, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. Strength is as much about insight as it is about action. Finally, maintaining a sense of hope and optimism is indispensable. Strength without hope can be brittle. A belief in better outcomes, even when your circumstances may seem bleak, can empower you to keep moving forward. Optimism does not mean you ignore reality. It means you acknowledge the hardship while still highlighting the potential for growth, for transformation, and for success. In essence, staying strong in any situation is the product of consistent mindset work, emotional mastery, disciplined action, purpose, self-awareness, resilience, and optimism. These pillars all reinforce one another, creating an unshakable foundation that is capable of withstanding life's harshest storms. This focus allows you to maintain clarity, to make better decisions, and to respond to challenges effectively, rather than being swept away by circumstances that are beyond your control. Strength also grows through reflection. The strongest individuals will regularly evaluate their experiences, identifying their lessons and their opportunities for growth. Reflection can transform hardship into insight, helping you to avoid repeating your mistakes and equipping you to handle any future difficulties with a greater skill. Strength is not only about enduring your challenges, it is about learning and evolving through them. Another key element is self-discipline. Life will constantly test your willpower, and those who are able to stay strong will understand the importance of maintaining their routines, cultivating healthy habits, and resisting instant gratification. Self-discipline can strengthen your mind and your body, building an endurance and a focus that can carry you through even the toughest of situations. Support networks can play a role too, but they are not the source of true strength. Mentors, friends, and family can provide you with guidance and encouragement, but the unshakable will rely primarily on themselves. They will cultivate their inner resources, their determination, their courage, and their resilience, so that when challenges do arise, they can face them independently and with confidence. Physical and mental care are often underestimated as pillars of strength. Regular exercise, adequate rest, proper nutrition, and mental health practices can all sustain your energy and your clarity. Strength cannot thrive in a body or a mind that is neglected. Maintaining yourself, both physically and emotionally, will ensure that you have the capacity to endure, to adapt, and to persevere. Gratitude, even in the midst of adversity, can reinforce your resilience. Appreciating your small wins and acknowledging your progress can shift your focus from pain to growth. Gratitude can reduce your stress, improve your perspective, and strengthen your mental fortitude. It can transform your challenges from mere obstacles into valuable lessons, enabling you to remain steadfast even when life may feel relentless. Finally, An unshakable strength comes from maintaining a long-term vision. Life is filled with temporary hardships, but when your focus remains on your goals and your purpose, you can gain the ability to endure anything. Challenges will lose their power when you are able to see them as stepping stones rather than as permanent barriers. And your commitment to your vision will become the driving force that sustains your strength through every storm. True strength is a combination of your mindset, your emotional control, your discipline, your reflection, your adaptability, your gratitude, your physical care, and your purpose. Together, these elements can form a foundation that will allow you to remain steadfast, confident, and resilient in the face of any situation. True strength is built internally first. External support can certainly complement it, but it can never replace it. Adaptability remains a critical aspect of unshakable strength. Life will rarely unfold according to our plans, and a sense of rigidity can lead to frustration or even a breakdown. The strong will learn to adjust without ever compromising their core values or their purpose. They will see obstacles as opportunities to pivot, to innovate, and to grow, turning their unexpected challenges into lessons that can strengthen their character. Consistency is another defining feature. It is not a single act of bravery or resilience that can make someone strong. It is the repeated effort to act with integrity, with focus, and with persistence over time. Small, deliberate actions, compounded daily, can build an inner fortress that cannot be easily shaken by any external pressures. Emotional mastery can reinforce your mental strength. Strength is not about suppressing your feelings, but about understanding and controlling them. A strong person will still experience anger, fear, or sadness, but they will choose their responses deliberately, rather than reacting with their impulses. They will process their emotions thoughtfully, ensuring that their decisions are aligned with their long-term goals rather than their temporary impulses. Focus is essential for navigating your challenges. Life will constantly throw distractions and setbacks at you, but those who are able to stay strong will prioritize what matters most. By concentrating on actionable steps, on problem solving, and on their personal growth, they can maintain their momentum, even when their circumstances may be chaotic. Focus can convert your energy into results, and can prevent a sense of overwhelm from derailing your progress. Another important pillar is courage. Strength does not mean an absence of fear. It means acting in spite of it. Every time you confront a difficult situation, face a sense of uncertainty, or take responsibility under pressure, you are exercising your courage. Repeated acts of courage will compound into an enduring resilience that can become second nature over time. Lastly, maintaining your perspective is crucial. Life's challenges are often temporary, and seeing them as a part of a larger journey will allow for a sense of steadiness and patience. The strong will keep their eyes on the horizon, recognizing that their present difficulties are lessons and stepping stones, not permanent obstacles. By retaining your perspective, you can prevent a sense of despair from overshadowing your determination, keeping your resolve intact, no matter what may occur. Discipline remains a cornerstone of strength. Life will constantly test your willpower, and the ability to remain steadfast in your routines, your habits, and your commitments is what will separate those who can endure from those who may falter. By cultivating your self-discipline, you can build a foundation of reliability within yourself, allowing you to stay strong, even when your external circumstances may be unstable or challenging. Preparation can enhance your resilience. Individuals who are able to anticipate their challenges, to plan ahead, and to develop their skills over time will be far more capable of handling any adversity. Strength is not an accidental trait. It is cultivated in quiet, consistent effort, long before life may ever demand it. Those who prepare quietly will build their confidence and their competence, which will become invaluable when any trials may appear. Patience is another defining quality. Strong individuals will understand that progress is rarely immediate. They will persevere through their difficulties, trusting that their consistent effort and their endurance will yield results over time. Patience will allow you to navigate your obstacles without a sense of frustration, maintaining your composure even under pressure. A focus on what you can control is vital. Energy that is spent worrying about uncontrollable events is wasted. By directing your attention toward actionable steps and strategic responses, you can preserve your strength and maintain your clarity in your decision-making. This focus will ensure that adversity does not overwhelm or derail your progress. Emotional mastery can deepen your resilience. Experiencing fear, frustration, or sadness is natural, but choosing how you will respond is a demonstration of your strength. By acknowledging your emotions without being controlled by them, strong individuals can act intentionally, maintaining their direction and their purpose, despite any internal turbulence. Gratitude can support your endurance. Recognizing your progress, your small victories, and the lessons you have learned can transform your challenges into opportunities for growth. Gratitude can shift your perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from despair to empowerment, reinforcing the mental fortitude that is needed to stay strong in any situation. Adaptability remains crucial. Life will rarely proceed according to our plans, and the ability to pivot while still maintaining your core values will allow the strong to navigate any unexpected challenges effectively. Flexibility, combined with discipline and focus, can ensure your resilience under all conditions. Ultimately, staying strong in any situation is a combination of your mindset, your discipline, your emotional mastery, your patience, your focus, your adaptability, your preparation, your courage, and your gratitude. These qualities do not appear overnight. They are forged through consistent effort, repeated challenges, and intentional growth. Life will test you in ways you may never expect, but your resilience is not defined by an absence of difficulty. It is defined by your response to it. Remember, strength is not loud or boastful. It is quiet, persistent, and deliberate. It is the ability to endure when others may falter, to act decisively when others may hesitate, and to rise again when others may give up. Strength is forged in silence, in reflection, in consistent action, and in the courage to face your life head-on. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to prove to yourself how resilient you truly are. By cultivating your inner strength, maintaining your focus on what matters, and embracing your adversity as a teacher, you can equip yourself to handle anything that may come your way. Life's storms may shake your surroundings, but they cannot break the person who has built an unshakable foundation within. Your strength is a choice. It is your daily commitment to persevere, to act with integrity, to maintain your discipline, and to embrace your challenges as opportunities for growth. The stronger you become internally, the less your external circumstances will be able to disturb your peace, your focus, or your vision. So rise each day with a sense of determination. Face life's challenges with courage. Master your emotions. Focus on what you can control. Adapt when it is necessary. And above all, never doubt the power you hold within. Because when your strength is built from the inside out, no situation, no matter how difficult, will be able to shake you. Your life, your choices, and your resilience will define you. Let every challenge you overcome serve as proof that your strength is not temporary. It is unshakable.